Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and doing good. Today in this video we will do some most important word problems where most of the two students are facing problem. The chapter name is Tick Tick Tick. Okay, so here's the first one. Mr. Ghosh went to office at 10:15 p.m. and leaves office at 4:10 p.m. Find the time duration for which he stays as office. So at first we know what we have to write. We have to write the statement properly. We will write in this way. Mr. Ghosh went to office at 10:15 a.m. Now, if we will convert 10:15 a.m. in 24 hours clock, what it will be? It will be 10:15 hours. Right? Next line, what we will write? Mr. Ghosh leaves office at 4:10 p.m. If you will write 4:10 p.m. into 24 hours clock, what it will be? It will be 16:10 hours. Now, what we have to do in this sum? We have to find the time duration for which he stays at office, where we know the starting time and the ending time. So, whenever in any sum you know the starting time and the ending time, and to find out the duration, you have to do subtraction. So, we will do the subtraction here. We will make two columns of hours and minutes, and at the top we will write 16, here 10, next 10, here 15. Now during subtraction of time, when you see that the upper side is smaller than the lower one, then you have to cut these and add 60 with this, and you have to cut this and minus 1 with this. So 60 plus 10, that becomes 70, and 16 minus 1, it becomes 15. Now we will do the subtraction. Here 5 and here 2, 5, then 5. That means our answer will be 5 hours 55 minutes. So for this time Mr. Ghosh was in office. So the question is, find the time duration for which he stays at office. Here in answer you have to write Mr. Sen stays at office for 5 hours 55 minutes. So in this way you have to do this sum. Next, this is the most important sum, that is Jyoti goes to bed every night at 10:15 and wakes up every morning at 6:30. Find the time duration for which she sleeps. So for this type of sums, every time I have told you that you have to find out the time duration in two parts. At first, from the beginning time to 12 midnight, and after that from 12 midnight to next day morning. Okay, so we will do in this way. At first we will write in this way. Jyoti went to sleep at 10:15 means 10:15 p.m. In the next line we will write Jyoti wakes up at 6:30 means 6:30 a.m. So this is the most basic information that we have got from here. Now we will do the first part. Whenever you will do this sum, you have to do in this way. Okay, so any sum of this type, whenever will be in your exam or in your any class test, you have to do exactly like this. So first part you will write time duration from 10:15 p.m. to 12 midnight. So this is the first part, that from 10:15 p.m. we will find out the time duration. So we will make two columns, hour and minute. At the top it will be 12:00, then 10:15. As we know the rule of subtraction, whenever the upper side will be small, we have to plus 60 and we have to do minus 1 here. So it becomes here 60 and it becomes here 11. Now you can do the subtraction. It will become 1 hour 45 minutes. So this is the time duration of the first part. Next we will do the second part. The second part is time duration from now 12 midnight. In 24 hours clock, we can write 12 midnight as 00 hours to 6:30 a.m. So again we will do the subtraction. So here we will write 6:30 at the top and 000. This subtraction is the most easiest. Here it will be 6 hour 30 minutes. So here the sum is not completed yet, because here we have find the time duration of the two parts, that is from 10:15 to midnight and from midnight to next morning. Now we have to find out the total time, that is the third part of the sum. As I don't have space here, I am doing the third part here, but when you will do the sum, you will of course do at the bottom. Okay, so third part, I am doing the third part here as I don't have space here. Okay, so the third part, what we have to write? We have to write in third part, that is total time. So what we will do in total time? We have to add the time of the first part and of the time of the second part. So again we will make column of hour and minute, then 6:30 and then 1:45. Then we will do the addition. Here it is becoming 75 and here it is becoming 7. Now you do, now you know what you have to do. You have to minus 60 here and you have to do plus 1 here. As 75 minutes you can't write. You have to do minus 60 here and you have to do plus 1 here. So 75 minus 60, it will be 15 minutes. And here 7 plus 1, it will be 8 hours. So the total time is 8 hours 15 minutes. So as you can see, as here I don't have any space. So at first you will do the first part, then the second part, then the third part below, and at the last you will write answer. What will be the answer? Find the time duration for which she sleeps. So in answer you will write the time duration for which she sleeps is 8 hours 15 minutes. Okay, I hope you have got the statement, that the process how to do this type of sum. Whenever this type of sum will be in exam, you have to do in this process only. Okay, next sum number 3 is find the number of days between 5/3/2021 and 7/5/2021. This is also an important sum. So how to do this sum? At first you will write the first date, that is 5/3/2021 to 7/5/2021. Next 3 means what? 3 means March. So we will write here March. Next 5 means what? 5 means May. So we'll write here May. Then we will start from March, right? So we will write March. We'll start bracket. And how many days are there in March? That is 31. 31 minus 5. Here it is 5. So 31 minus 5. That means 26 days. How many days are there in April? Because in between March and May, there is a month April. So we have to count that month also. We can't skip that month. You have to add that month. So April is there. In April, how many days are there? You know, in April there are 30 days. And now we come back to May. Here May 7 is given, so we have to do in bracket 7 minus 1, that is 6. So now you have to add. So what will be our final answer? Our final answer will be 62 days. So you can write the answer here. Find the number of days. So you will write total number of days between 5/3/2021 and 7/5/2021 is 62 days. Okay. Next we will come to sum number 4. Find the number of days between 12/2/2020 and 13/4/2020. So as I have told you, at first you have to write the dates. So here I am writing the dates, that is 12/2/2020 to 13/4/2020. Next, 2 means February, 4 means April. So in between there is a month, that is March. Now, whenever in any sum of this type, there will come February. That time you have to think one thing, that is, sometimes in February there are 28 days and sometimes there are 29 days. You know when February have 29 days? Yes. In leap year, February have 29 days. So you have to find whether 2020 is a leap year or not. So to find that, what you have to do? You have to divide the year, that means 2020, with 4. And if there will be no remainder, that means that this will be a leap year. Okay, so let's do the division. 4 5s are 20. Now 2 comes down, we can't do 2, so we'll keep 0 here, and this 0 comes down, again 4 5s are 20. So as there is no remainder, that means this 2020 is a leap year. So we will write, so 2020 is a leap year. This we will write. Okay, next we will write here February, and we know in February how many days will be there. Now it will be 29 days. So 29 minus 12, that means 17 days. Next, in March, how many days are there? 31 days. And again in April, here 13 is given, so 13 minus 1, that is 12 days. And now you have to add this 3, and what will be your answer? You will find out. That you will be your final answer. I think your answer will be 60. Okay, so you will write down 60 days. Next, we come back to sum number 5, that is, Ria sleeps for 6 hours 40 minutes in a day. For how many hours she slept in the month of January? So, here you can easily understand what you have to do, but the problem is some students are facing the problem, right? How they will write the statement, how they will do. So let's do it. Okay, so at first we will write 6 hours 40 minutes. As you know the conversion, we will do the conversion at first. 6 hours 40 minutes. If we will do the conversion, can you say how much minutes it will be? So let's do it. 6 hours, that means 6 into 60 plus 40 minutes. That means 6 into 60, that is 360 plus 40 minutes. That means 400 minutes. So as Ria sleeps for 6 hours 40 minutes in a day, nothing we have done. We have just converted 6 hours 40 minutes into 40 minutes. So now we can say that Ria sleeps for 400 minutes in a day. Okay, so now I will write here Ria in one day Ria slept for 400 minutes. Now we know how many days are there in the month of January. Do you know? Yes, in the month of January there are 31 days. So we will write here, so for 31 days she slept for, what you have to do? Multiplication, 400 into 31 minutes, and your answer will be 12400 minutes. So we have find out the time for which Ria slept in the month of January in minutes, that is 12400 minutes. So what we have to do, I am telling from the beginning. At first we have converted 6 hours 40 minutes into minutes, that is 400 minutes, and then in one day if Ria slept for 400 minutes, then in 31 days how much Ria will sleep, that we find out. Now we can leave our answer here also, that 12400 minutes, but it doesn't looks good, right? So much time is feeling that it is so much time. So let's find out into hours and minutes, and you know how you can convert something into hours and minutes. So we will just divide it by 60, that is 12400 divided by 60. So we will divide it, 60 to the 120, 4 comes down, 0 comes down, 40 we can't do, so we'll take a 0 here. Now again this 0 comes down, so 66 360. That means 40 comes the remainder. So that means 206 hours and 40 minutes. So we can write the answer for how many hours she slept in the month of January. She slept for 206 hours and 40 minutes in the month of January. Right? We can do in this way. Understood everyone? Okay. Next we will go to sum number 6. So what is in the sum number 6? Let's find out. The manufacturing date of a food item is 29 March 2017. If the shelf life of the food item is 2 months, find the date of expiry or the date till the food can be eaten. Okay. So here you can say the manufacturing date is given, and it is also given that the shelf life is 2 months. So find the date of expiry. You have to find the expiry date or the date till the food can be eaten. This type of sum is also creating problem, right? I know. So some students are facing problem, ma'am, how we can write the statement, ma'am, how we can do. So let's solve this problem today. I hope after this you will not face any problem. So at first we will write the manufacturing date. So what is the manufacturing date? Let's write it. Manufacturing date is 29/3/2017. Okay, 3 means, 3 means March. Okay. Now it is given that the shelf life of the food is 2 months. So what we have to do, we know 1 month equals to 30 days. Always we consume 1 month equals to 30 days while doing any sum. So 2 months will be how many days? 30 into 2. That means 60 days, right? So now here we have understood that the food can be taken for 60 days. But we don't know the actual date. So we have to find out the actual date. So how we can find out the actual date? We will do in this way. At first we will write here March, because the food is manufactured on March. So what date it is given? 29. Now we know March have how many days? 31 days. So we will do 31 minus 29. That means 2 days. Okay, we have done this. Next, after March, which month comes? April. So we will write April. So we know April have how many days? April have 30 days. So we will write 30 here. Now what you have to do? 2 plus 30. 2 plus 30. What will be? 32. We will do this in rough. Okay. 32. Okay, very good. But we know that we have to make 60 days. But now you have made 32 days. So many days are remaining. So how many days are remaining? What we have to do for that? 60 minus 32. Your answer will be 28. So now in the next month, you will take up to that day only. Okay, that means up to 28 days. So what I have done here, again I am repeating. At first we have taken the March, that is 2 days. April 30 days. Now we just add it, 2 plus 30, that means 32. We write here 32. Now we see that no, I have to make 60 days and I have made 32 days. So how many days are remaining? So for that we have done the subtraction, that is 28 days are remaining. So in the next month we will take up to the 28 days, that means 28. Now we will add here and here also 60 days are coming. That means our answer is right. So we will write the answer now. The food can be consumed up to 28 May. Okay, so this is our sum. So I hope you have understood all the sums that we have done today, right? So what you have to do is you have to see the video not one time. You have to see the video for 3 times and you have to understand each and every sum that we have done today. Okay, so how you will get the sum also, you will pause the video on every question and you will write it down, you will solve it. I hope when you will see the video for 3 times, you will understand all the word problems and after that there will be no problem remained in this chapter. After seeing the video and after understanding the video, in the comment section you will write, yes ma'am, I have understood. And I hope after this video no problem will arise from this chapter. Okay, stay good, stay happy. Thank you.